Hey everyone, today is all about circles. We're going to make circles and make a tool to make your own circle. And then I'll teach you how to find the middle. All right, let's go. Okay, for the circle making, grab some things to trace. These two are circular. I'm gonna trace these. Scissors, thick cardboard, a stack of paper, thread or string, a thumbtack. Be careful with those. Paperclip, craft stick, pen, and pencil. All right, let's get started. Okay, grab a piece of paper and something circular and a pen. Put the circular object down. It's important not to move this. So one hand will hold this, the other hand will draw. Now it's important that the tip of the pen is always next to the edge. Notice how I'm angling this to point towards the middle. It definitely takes some practice. Now, if you're tracing on the inside, it's the same thing. Make sure that your pen is pointed towards the outside all the time. Okay, next grab your scissors. Let's cut this out. First, I'm just going to cut the rough shape. Now this is a lot easier to work with. The trick with cutting curves and circles is to keep the scissors in one spot at one angle and one hand rotates the paper. Okay, cool. So you cut a circle. Now, finding the middle is tricky. Here is the easiest way of finding the middle of a circle. Fold it in half. Make sure that these edges line up. Now, fold it in half again, making sure that these edges line up and this curved edge lines up. I'm going to pinch right there tightly. Great, I folded it in 4 equal parts. Okay, here we go. I'm going to trace another circle. I'm going to use the corner so it's not wasteful. Great, there's my circle. Grab a sheet of paper and a pen. We're going to use the corner of the paper as a guide. I'm going to lay down the paper and this corner should be touching the edge of the circle. So I'll very carefully line it up. Now it's really important to be very accurate here. Now I'm going to trace a small line here on that edge. It's okay if you run onto this paper. Without moving it, I will trace another line here. Okay. Now I'm going to connect where these lines meet and these lines meet. I can use a ruler or I can use anything that's pretty straight. Line those up. Once again, it's really important to be accurate. Take a deep breath and go slow. Okay, now I'm gonna do it once more, but I will do it in a different angle. I will rotate my paper a little bit. Line up that corner with the edge, hold it down. Okay, now connect that and that with the line. There we go. That's the middle of the circle, right there. All right, for this next bit, we're going to make a circle using a paperclip, a thumbtack, a sheet of paper, and some cardboard. And then we need something to draw the circle with. A pen or a pencil work great. First, take the paperclip and you're going to bend it open so it makes a big hook. This takes some skill and some patience and some strength in your fingers. The tack is going to go into the paper and the cardboard so it doesn't damage anything else. I'm going to start by poking that in. Now I'll take my tack and hook it around. My pen goes on this edge. There's my circle. Now, if you pull too hard, okay, so that's the shape. Once again, I poke it into the paper and into the cardboard. I take my paperclip and I hook it around the center of the circle. Next, I'll take my pen or pencil. Now, if you pull too hard, the tack will come out like that. And now your circle is not in the right spot. For this next trick, you're going to need a sheet of paper, string or thread, a thumbtack, and a pen. Cut a piece of string that's a little longer than your hand. The next thing that I want to do is tie this into a big loop. So I will take both ends, so both ends are lined up there, and now I will loop this so you can kind of push it together until it loops. And because this one is on top of that, this tail needs to go under there. So I will loop this under here. And now carefully pull this through. Sometimes I don't get it right the first time. I'm gonna start over. So I have my tails lined up. And now I will make a loop. And this time, this went under, so I will push this over top. There we go. Now I've tied a loop. Go ahead and take the tack, press it into the paper and the cardboard. Loop your string around the tack and then the pencil. There's your circle. Now you can adjust this by making the string shorter or longer. You can also do some cool art if you move this. When we make a circle, there always has to be tension on the string. So I am pulling this pen that way, just a little bit. But as soon as I come over here, I'm also pulling it this way. Sometimes it goes like that, and that's not tight, and then I have to start over. But that's okay, it takes practice. Okay, this last trick is pretty difficult, so be patient with yourself. Grab a clip, craft stick, rubber band, and a tack. The first thing I want to do is make a hole in this. Now it's important that I push into cardboard. I've made a hole. It's okay if it splits a little bit. I'll take that out for safety. The next thing I'm going to do is attach this clip to the end of the stick. I'm going to take my rubber band and loop it around the stick and then loop it around the clip. This is going to take a little bit of practice, I can tell. I decided to add another rubber band just so it's a little bit more stable. However you can attach that is up to you to engineer and figure out. Now I'll take the pin and push it through the hole. Make sure not to poke your finger. And you can see that the pin is there. Now I'll stick it down on the paper. And I'll take my pen and clip it in here. Now I need to make sure the pen is actually touching the paper.
Hey everyone, I wanted to say two words, sphere and circle. Circles are flat, balls and spheres are not. So, get your words right. Circle is flat, sphere is round like a ball. All right, see you everyone.